Hi, as promised, I will be posting video tutorials of some of my beaded jewelry, and for today's tutorial, I will show you how to make these earrings. For this project, you're going to need 14 6mm gemstone beads, 6 3mm bicones, some size 11 and size 15 seed beads, some super duos, and a pair of ear hooks. To start off, you need to thread on 6 gemstone beads, each of them followed by a size 11 seed bead. Then you need to close the loop and make a knot. And go back through all the beads one more time. You need to make sure that your thread is coming out of the size 11 seed bead. Now you need to pick up 4 size 15 seed beads, 1 size 11, 4 size 15 seed beads, and go through the next size 11 between the gemstones. Now pick up 1 size 15, 4 super duos, 1 size 15, and go through the size 11 seed bead. Again, pick up 4 size 15 seed beads, 1 size 11, 4 size 15, and go through the size 11 seed bead between the gemstones. We're going to make another set of super duos, so pick up 1 size 15, 4 super duos, 1 size 15, and go through the size 11 seed bead between the gemstones. Pick up 4 size 15 seed beads, 1 size 11, 4 size 15 seed beads, and go through the size 11 seed bead. Now we're going to make the last set of super duos. So we need to pick up 1 size 15, 4 super duos, 1 size 15, and this time go through the size 11, the 4 size 15 seed beads, and the size 11 seed bead in the middle of this section. So now we need to bring all these super duos together into the center of your work. And we can do that by adding a size 11 seed bead in between each of the beads in this row. So pick up one size 11 seed bead, go through the super duo, again pick up one size 11, go through the super duo, and repeat the steps for this entire row. Pick up size 11 seed bead, go through the size 11 seed bead in the middle of this section, and pull your thread tight. That brings your super duos together. Again, pick up one size 11, go through the seed bead, again size 11, one more, pull your thread tight, go through the size 11 seed bead right here, this is quite an easy project actually. There's nothing complicated, so pick up one size 11 seed bead and go through the size 11 right here. And here's what it's going to look like. Okay. Now we need to get to the size 11 seed bead between the third and the fourth super duo. So we need to run the needle through these beads without adding any more seed beads. So just travel through these beads until you get to this size 11 seed bead right here. Okay, at this point you're going to pick up one size 11 seed bead and go through the size 11 seed bead between the first and the second super duos, and go through the next super duo, the seed bead, again the super duo and the seed bead, pick up one size 11 and go through the first size 11 seed bead between the first and the second super duos, and again go through the next super duo, the size 11 seed bead, again the super duo and the size 11 seed bead, and pull your thread tight. Pick up one size 11 and go through the size 11 seed bead between the first and the second super duos, and go through the super duo and the size 11 seed bead between the second and the third super duos. pull your thread tight. So now we need to add our bicones between the size 11 seed beads right in the middle of the Super Duo sets. So notice that the thread is coming out of the size 11 seed bead between the second and the third Super Duos. Pick up your bicone and go through the size 11 seed bead between the second and the third Super Duos of this set. Again, pick up your bicone and go through this size 11 seed bead right in the middle of the Super Duo set, and pick up the last bicone and go through the size 11 seed bead in the middle of the last set of Super Duos. And we're done with this part of the project. If you want, you can go through your bicones and your seed beads one more time just to make sure that it's nice and tight. At this point, we're ready to make the top part of the earring, this part, for the ear hook. So without adding any more beads, we need to run the needle through a couple of beads and just make sure that your thread is coming out of the size 11 seed bead right here. So I'm going to go through the size 15 seed beads and the size 11 seed bead. Like so. So as you can see, my thread is coming out of the size 11 seed bead between these gemstones. Now you need to pick up 5 size 11 seed beads, one gemstone, seven size 11 seed beads, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now we're going to make a little loop. So we need to go back to the size 11 seed bead right next to your gemstone and the following size 11 seed bead. Pull your thread tight. Pick up 4 more size 11 seed beads and go through the size 11 seed bead between the gemstones. And pull your thread tight again, and we're almost done. So at this point you want to just run your needle through several beads just to make sure that your work is nice and tight. Make a couple of knots. And go through a couple of beads one more time. And that's it. Your earring is almost ready. So you can go ahead and trim off this thread. So all you need to do now is just add your ear hook. And that's it. Your earring is ready. So here's what the final project looks like. And I'd like to show you a couple of other earrings that I made. And instead of gemstones, I used faceted rounds. So you can play with the colors. And the size of the gemstones. For example, I made this pendant using much larger gemstones, and also, as you can see, it's two-sided. So when you're done beading one side, you can flip your work and do exactly the same thing in the back, and you'll have something like this. I hope you liked my tutorial, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.